Hello, today we start with the psychology, a new subject in our school, and first I will like to introduce you about the subject psychology. The subject psychology which deals with the human mind, behavior and human relationship. The main aim of the psychology is to enriching students' knowledge as well as inspiring and awakening their curiosity, positive feeling, desires to learn, openness, exploitation of self and others. Such an approach is also conducive to their personal development and inculcation of positive attitude and love for the subjects is valued in daily life. It will be made aware of empirical nature of the discipline and the importance of adopting scientific approaches in studying human behavior. The textbook consists of the 9 chapters. Total 9 chapters we are having in the class 11th. We would like to introduce you to the fundamental of psychology besides providing the basic disciplinary knowledge. The objective to inform you that all you should not be able to know about, you have to go through the chapters. It is important for that you learn the key terms and definitions. Now we are having 5 main chapters and total 9 chapters. In these 9 chapters we learn about the first one, what is psychology, second, method of inquiring in psychology, third one, that is the basis of human behavior, and the fourth one is the human development, fifth one is the sensory actions and the perceptual processes, sixth, learning, seventh, human memory, eighth, thinking, ninth, motivation and emotions. So we are having all these 9 chapters. In these 9 chapters we cover the 70% theory paper and remaining 30% we are having the practicals. So you know this the subject psychology is also in the humanities, means in arts and also in the science. So in our school we are talking about the psychology and humanities, and we would like to start with the first chapter of the psychology. The first chapter of our class 11th, that is, what is psychology. The term psychology is as wide as the term democracy. We have learned earlier in the political science in classes 9th and 10th. We are not able to capture, or we can say conclude, in few words or lines or with definitions. But we are having one of the old definition from where this word originated, from where the word psychology originated. The term psychology is derived from the 2 Greek words. The psyche, psyche means the soul, and the logos, that means the science. So we can say that the psychology, what I study of the soul and the mind, we are talking about the soul and the mind. But present day, the psychology means the science of mind and behavior. Science of mind and behavior. So, or we can say the mental characteristics of an individual or group. We can learn about all these here in this. But present day, the psychology stream itself as a scientific discipline which deals with the processes under the human experience and behavior. We are talking about the human experience and the behavior. Now, psychology is defined formally as a science. Means we are keeping this subject psychology in both science and the social science. Why? Because you know that the social science is the mother of all science, and we include all these chapters of psychology in the science as well as in the social science also. Psychology defines formally as a science which studies the mental process. Psychology as a science which studies the mental process and experiences and behavior in different contexts. We are talking about the experiences and behavior. As you know, the mental process means we are talking about this mental process, what we are having in this. So what is the mental process is? Mental process is a state of consciousness. Consciousness is awakeness. जिसको हिंदी बोलते हैं जागृत अवस्था. We are conscious when we are sitting and when we are doing some sort of the work practically, and we are doing this This is known as a consciousness. And when we are taking dream and we are having some sort of the different type of the things, we are not physically doing that. That is completely unconscious, or you can say achetan avastha. Now we are talking about the mental process, state of the consciousness, that is awareness. It means our brain activities can be observed using different techniques of brain imaging. What our brain is having, and we are talking about all these brain activities and mental processes in different forms. What type of a different form? Brain is a specific. When we divide this, what is the brain and what is the mental process? Both are the different from each other. Brain is a physical part. You are having the head, and inside the head you are having the brain. And the brain is a physical, in a physical form, and they were having a location there in the body. But the mental processes, they were not having such type of the things. It's completely a neural process, a neural activity. And in this we are having the remembering, learning, knowing, feeling, etc. Such type of the things were the mental processes. So we differentiate both of things. Means we can say the brain is a specific part of the body and with a definite physical structure and location in the body. But mental activities are neural process with no identical structure and location. Now this is all about this. Now, so to improve the uses of application of these mental capacities, what type of the mental capacities we are having in our brain? So we have to learn about this, how we can improve, and learn with the help of the psychology and study experiences of the people. What people were doing from so many years and in their personal life, what type of the work they were performing, and they learned with their experiences. And as they were having the different experiences, they were acting according to that. Experiences are subjective in nature, and psychologists have focused on experiences of pain being undergone the terminally ill patients, besides the experiences which leads to the positive feeling. If any person is suffering from any disease, then he is facing some sort of the psychological disorder, means he is not constant, he is having different type of the mental activities, or you can say mental processes were going on, the sadness and all these. But we are having some positiveness also. When you are having means some good news, we are having a good result, then you are having some sort of the positive feeling. So these positive and negative feelings are the psychological behavior with the past experiences what you have done. Now we are talking about the nature of experiences can only be understood by analyzing a complete set of the internal and external conditions. Means what type of the internal and external conditions. For this mind and mental processes, we start with the new topic of this chapter, that is the behavior. You know, we learn about all these things. We are at times we are talking about the behavior of different persons or personalities. Now, what is the behavior? We learn about all these terms, just like the important term in the psychology, that is the behavior, and we are especially talking about the human behavior. So what is the behavior? And we learn about, means we are talking about the behavior of a living organism. Behavior, the way of act or behave, means what type of the acting we are doing, and what type of the behavior, what type of the means physical activity we are doing in some sort of the condition, that is known as behavior. So in psychology, behavior consists of an organism. Behavior consists of organism's external reaction to its environment. What external reaction in the surrounding he is doing? Either it may be the animal, either it may be the bird, either it may be the person itself. When you are throwing a stone on the dog is running, then your behavior is to throw the stone, and the dog's behavior to get run away from that situation. So when we are means having some sort of the voice, then the bird move away from there. So this is the behavior, means the responses they were having. Now we are talking about this behavior. Behavior is the action that an organism or living being uses to adjust to live with the situation of surrounding. Means this is all about the adjustment. You are having a class and the class atmosphere is there. Then you are in the mood of the learning. When you are in the playground and you have the football or some sort of the other game you are having, then you are in the mood of the playing. So that means in playground you are having a different type of the behavior. In the room situations you are having the different type of the behavior. Now we are giving one example. I give you one more example. The example is this: while crossing the road, one should stop. When you move through the main road or some other road, so you have to check this thing. Somebody is going on there, or you have the eyes or look over the both the ways, and you are waiting oncoming traffic, means the vehicles were not moving there and make sure that no vehicles are there and you cross safely without the risk. So means this is your behavior. Psychologists study behavior as an association between stimulus and response. We are having one theory there. Later on we discuss about this theory, stimulus and response theory. Means what type of the action and what type of the reaction you are having. So both stimulus and response can be internal or external. Means if somebody is having a matchstick and he is getting fire, and when the matchstick near to the skin, he suddenly move away his hand. So that is the response, and stimulus is the stick we are having with the fire, and the response means we are keeping our hand away from that situation. So that the stimulus and response theory we will learn about here also. And we are having so many behaviors. We are having so many behavior in psychology. You will learn about all these behavior, and I am having some example. That is a covert behavior, overt behavior, conscious behavior. We are having unconscious behavior. We are having rational behavior. We are having irrational behavior. We are having voluntary behavior. We are having the involuntary behavior. We learn about so many types of the behavior in this. I just go through the behavior. Now we are talking about the next, the psychology as a discipline. Means we are talking about the faculty. Means we are in the arts faculty, commerce faculty, science faculty. So is a type of the faculty, means learning center. So we are talking about the discipline, how we are keeping psychology as a discipline. Now we are talking about this. It is a very old knowledge discipline. It is a very young science, you can say. And in this, psychology is generally categorized in social science, as well as we are having the psychology in the science also, and in India and in other countries also. We are having two types of this things in this psychology. We are talking about this, the psychology discipline today, two parallel streams. One, the method of physical and biological science, and the another one we are talking about the method of the social and cultural sciences. In two streams. So in first stream, the method of the physical and biological sciences. In this, psychology considers itself as a discipline which focus largely on biological principles. Earlier we are talking about the biological activities we are having. This type of this is the part of the science to explain human behavior. It assumes to explain the human behavior, and that all type of the behavioral phenomena have causes which can be discovered if we can collect the data systematically under the control conditions, and after that what type of the results we are getting. So this type of the learning in the method, and this is the biological science method. Now we are talking about the social method or the cultural method. In this social and cultural sciences, psychological behavior we will learning psychological as a social science focus on how behavioral phenomena can be explained in terms of the interaction that takes place between the person and the social cultural context of which he is the part. So we are talking about this, the psychology as a science and psychological as a social science. So how we are utilizing this new type of the science, that is the psychology, in our subject psychology. Now we will learn more about the psychology in the next topic. In next topic we are talking about the nature of psychology, what type of the uses of psychology.